everybody, I am Christy Keys. I am the director of the Doreen Gautier Lighthouse Point Library. I am also a graduate of the University of South Florida Master's Degree Program in Library and Information Sciences, so good luck everybody. I am down here in a city municipal library in Broward County, Florida. We are not part of the Broward County library system, so it is a little bit different for me than somebody that is a librarian or a manager or a director of a multi-branch or multi-unit library. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. I came on board in 2012 as the director, and we faced quite a few challenges at that time. First, we needed a lot of hardware upgrades. We needed a new server. We needed to invest in a new software platform. We needed new patron computers, just at the core operational standpoint of the library. Those are things, the patron computers they're going to see, but nobody goes, hey, great, you got $15,000 worth of new servers. Nobody cheers for that. That was a challenge both in funding and also in the actual implementation and organization and implementation of getting them in here. And it actually took a good 18 months of working to get them in. Moving the software from a software system that was here on-site to cloud-based, and that users could use from home, meaning that now they're mobile, they can reserve books on their phone, they can look things up when they're out at Barnes & Noble and see if we have that book. We try to move forward a little bit more. Year 4, we brought in AW computers, which are for children, which are all included computers. Year 5, we got grant funding and we were able to bring in a lot of iPad and e-readers. And now we're moving into year 6, and we are launching quite a few e-resources online through a endowment from a former volunteer, which we're really excited about. One of them is called Mrs. Humblebees, which starts at age 2, which is really nice. We have a very changing demographic here, and we have a lot of moms coming in who want to use the library but also want something that if they have an iPad they can hand it to their child and know that they're going to be in something educational and safe. So the city of Lighthouse Point currently is, I believe, 12,400 people that live in the city of Lighthouse Point. The majority of our population is changing. The people who have lived here, raised their kids, and now are of retirement age are selling their homes, but they're not moving away. They're moving into condos, and they're selling their homes to new families who are raising children. So we are keeping the retirees, but we're bringing in young families. And that seems to be the population that is coming in that has changed. 5 years ago, we had a lot more just retirees, and now we have so many young families and young children coming in too. The population, I would say, that's always a challenge is bringing in the teens and the young professionals, just because they're so busy. But we have an excellent teen advisory board program. We have wonderful teens from all different schools. They do not have to be residents of Lighthouse Point. They just have to have a love of community service and of the library. They're a very diverse group of teens, and they're really the backbone of volunteering for events for the city for us, and they're my outreach arm. Last night they were at Halloween in the Park handing out candy to kids. They were at Halloween in the Park helping walk little 2-year-olds around the costume ring. They were directing people to the bathrooms. And all of that was with t-shirts that say Library Teen Advisory Board. And of course, I had them handing out flyers for the library book sale. And on the back of that flyer were all of the technology resources that we just launched, like Mrs. Humblebee's. So there's one thing I want to add, and that is this is for library school. And on October 13th, there was an article in the USA Today, I believe, about the jobs that'll be obsolete by 2030, and the number one job was librarian. And I laughed my hiney off, because all they have to do is go to our Facebook page, take a look at it, and you're going to see the number of people that come in here every day. Some of them come in for books. Some come in for a place to use a study room. Some come in for a place to use a public computer. Some come in for free Wi-Fi. Some come in to read the newspaper, because now the New York Times is $1,200 a year, and that's a huge expense for someone on a fixed income. Some come in for our programs. Last year we ran over 500 adult programs. We ran over 150 library programs for kids and teens. They come in for different reasons, not just for the book, not just for an ebook, not just for an audio book, but they're coming in because they see the value of the library as a community center. They also know it's not the warehouse of the book.